Do you want to get rich in 2024? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to the world of money, where understanding its laws can mean the difference between a life of struggle and a life of abundance. Today, we're going to delve into the 8 laws of money, a set of principles that, if applied wisely, could set you on the path to financial prosperity. Imagine being able to make money work for you, rather than the other way around. Picture yourself knowing exactly how to grow your wealth day by day, month by month, year by year. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Throughout this discussion, we promise to provide real-life examples that will help you grasp these laws and apply them to your own financial journey. Not just abstract concepts, but practical steps you can take to make these laws work for you. So, are you ready to uncover these laws? Let's dive in. Our first law is that money grows over time. Now you might be thinking, well, my money is just sitting in a bank account, it's not growing. But here's the deal. Your money can and should be growing, and it does this through something called compound interest. Imagine compound interest as a snowball rolling down a hill. As it rolls, it picks up more snow, growing bigger and faster. That's exactly how your money behaves when you invest it. The snow in this case is the interest you earn on your initial investment, also known as the principal. Let's take a high-interest savings account, for example. You deposit your money and over time, you earn interest on your principal. But here's where the magic happens. You also earn interest on the interest you've already earned. So your money is essentially earning money on its own, without you lifting a finger. The same principle applies to retirement funds. The money you put into your 401k or your individual retirement account today has the potential to grow exponentially due to compound interest, making a significant impact on your financial future. But there's a catch. Time is a crucial factor here. The longer your money is invested, the more time it has to compound and grow. So the earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. Remember, the earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. The second law of money says to diversify your investments. This law is all about spreading your financial eggs across various baskets, and here's why. It's a strategy that can help safeguard your wealth. Think of your financial portfolio as a forest. If it's made up of just one type of tree and a disease hits, the entire forest could be wiped out. But if you've got a mix of different trees, the disease may only affect one type, leaving the rest of your forest intact. The same principle applies to your investments. There are several types of investments you can consider. For instance, stocks can offer high returns, but they also come with high risk. Bonds, on the other hand, are generally more stable, but the returns are often lower. Real estate can be a great way to generate steady income and benefit from appreciation over time. Small businesses are another option where you can directly influence the success of your investment, but they require a lot of time and effort. Diversifying your investments doesn't mean you should blindly throw your money at every opportunity that comes your way. It means thoughtfully spreading your resources across different investment types that align with your financial goals and risk tolerance. Remember, diversification isn't about achieving the highest returns possible. It's about creating a balance that can weather financial storms and still grow over time. Diversification reduces risk and increases potential returns. The third law is that money always follows value. This principle is as old as commerce itself. When you create something that people need or want, something that solves a problem or makes life easier, you create value. And where there's value, money is sure to follow. Take the story of Sarah Blakely, for instance. She saw a gap in the market for a new kind of undergarment that could make women feel more confident in their outfits. She created Spanx, a product that provided immense value to many women around the world. Her idea, born out of personal need, was turned into a product that added value to the lives of many. Today, Sarah Blakely is a self-made billionaire. But remember, value is not just about products or services. It can also be about the experiences you provide, the problems you solve, or the unique talents you bring to the table. If you're a musician, your music is your value. If you're a teacher, your knowledge and the way you impart it is your value. If you're an entrepreneur, your innovative ideas and the way you execute them is your value. Creating value doesn't necessarily mean inventing something new. It can be about improving an existing product, innovating within a traditional industry, or simply doing something better than anyone else. The key is to focus on creating value first. The money will naturally follow. Remember, to attract money, focus on creating value. Scene script. Law number 4 is to always save more than you spend. Now this might seem like common sense, but you'd be surprised at how many people overlook this fundamental principle. The idea of saving more than we spend is at the core of financial stability and growth. It's about cultivating a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Let's take the example of Ben. Ben was an average guy with a modest income. He didn't make millions, but he was diligent about saving a portion of his earnings every month. Over the years, he was able to accumulate a significant nest egg, not because he earned a lot, but because he saved a lot. He learned to live within his means and prioritized his future over immediate gratification. This is where budgeting comes into play. A well-planned budget is like a roadmap for your money. It tells your money where to go, instead of wondering where it went. When you budget, you're taking control of your money, rather than letting it control you. So, how can you start saving more than you spend? First, track your income and expenses. Know where every dollar is going. Then, cut back on unnecessary spending. Finally, automate your savings. Make it a non-negotiable part of your budget. Remember, wealth accumulation isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It's about consistency and discipline over time. Becoming rich isn't about earning a lot, it's about saving a lot. Our fifth law is to make your money work for you. This concept is about creating avenues for money to flow into your life without active effort. This is often referred to as passive income. Passive income is money that comes in regularly without requiring a significant amount of effort to maintain it. It's about investing your money in ventures where it can grow and multiply. So instead of sitting idle in your bank account, your money could be out there, working, growing, and creating more wealth for you. Consider this scenario. You've authored a book. The initial effort to write and publish it was significant, but once completed, the book continues to generate royalties every time a copy is sold. This is passive income. Your initial investment of time and effort is paying off over and over again. Or let's take the example of real estate. If you own a rental property, the rent you collect each month is passive income. You might have put in some work initially finding the property, doing the paperwork, maybe even fixing it up a bit. But once it's rented out, it continually brings in money without your active involvement. So, start thinking about how you can create these income streams. It could be investing in stocks, real estate, writing a book, creating a blog, or even starting a side business. Remember, the key to wealth is not just about earning more, but also about finding ways to make your money work for you. Don't just work for money, make your money work for you. Scene script. Law number 6 is to avoid debt. Imagine this. You're running a marathon, but with a heavy backpack. That's what high-interest debt is like. It's the weight that slows you down on your journey to wealth accumulation. High-interest debt is like a leech, sucking away your hard-earned money. It's a silent killer of wealth, siphoning off your money before you even notice it's missing. And the longer you carry it, the heavier it becomes. Every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar that could have been invested, growing and multiplying in your favor. Let's take the case of John, a savvy entrepreneur. John understood the dangers of high-interest debt. He knew that it could hinder his path to financial freedom. So, he made a conscious decision to stay debt-free. He lived within his means, spending less and saving more. When he needed capital for his business, he chose investors over loans, thus avoiding the shackles of debt. John's story is not unique. Many wealthy individuals have achieved their financial goals by avoiding the pitfalls of high-interest debt. They understand that debt is a tool that should be used sparingly and with great caution. Now, this doesn't mean all debt is bad. Strategic, low-interest debt can be a powerful tool when used wisely. But high-interest debt, that's the one you need to avoid like the plague. Remember, the borrower is slave to the lender. The 7th law is to invest in yourself. This is a law that goes beyond the realm of finance and touches the very core of your personal growth. You see, to truly master the game of money and wealth, you need to master yourself first. Let's consider the example of Elon Musk. He is not just a billionaire because he founded SpaceX or Tesla. He is a billionaire because he constantly invests in learning, upskilling, and pushing the boundaries of his knowledge. He famously taught himself rocket science, not because he had to, but because he wanted to. That's investment in self at its finest. You don't necessarily have to delve into rocket science, but the principle remains the same. By increasing your knowledge and skills, you're increasing your value. And as we've learned from the 3rd law, money follows value. So consider taking that course you've been thinking about, or read that book that's been collecting dust on your shelf. Investing in yourself also means taking care of your health, both mental and physical. After all, you can't enjoy wealth if you're not in good health. So eat well, exercise regularly, and take time to unwind and de-stress. Remember, wealth isn't just about the money in your bank account, it's about your knowledge, your skills, your health, and your happiness. These are the real treasures, and they're all rooted in one place: you. Your greatest asset is you, so invest in yourself. Our final law is to give in order to receive. This may seem counterintuitive when talking about wealth creation, but let me assure you, it's a proven principle. Imagine this. You're a river. Money is the water that flows through you. The more water you allow to flow, the broader and deeper your river becomes. But if you dam the water, holding it back, your river stagnates and eventually dries up. The same goes for wealth. The more you give, the more channels of wealth you open up for yourself. Let's take a look at one of the most successful entrepreneurs of our time, who is also a philanthropist. He believes in giving back to the community, and he's certainly not short of wealth. He gives not because he has a lot, but he has a lot because he gives. He understands that wealth isn't just about amassing fortunes, but also about making a positive impact on the world. This principle extends beyond monetary wealth. It applies to knowledge, skills, and even relationships. By giving and sharing, you're not depleting your resources. Instead, you're creating a cycle of abundance that benefits everyone involved. So don't hold back. Be generous with your time, your knowledge, your resources. It's not just about charity, it's about investment. An investment in the world around you, an investment in others, and ultimately, an investment in yourself. Remember, the more you give, the more you receive. And there you have it, the 8 laws of money. Let's take a moment to recap. Firstly, remember that money grows over time. Patience is truly a virtue when it comes to wealth accumulation. Secondly, diversify your investments. This spreads out risk and opens up more opportunities for growth. Thirdly, money follows value. The more valuable you make yourself or your business, the more money will flow your way. Fourthly, always save more than you spend. This simple habit can significantly boost your wealth over time. Fifthly, make your money work for you. Passive income is a powerful tool in wealth accumulation. Sixthly, avoid debt as much as possible. It's a hindrance to financial freedom. Seventhly, invest in yourself. Your skills and knowledge are your most valuable assets. Lastly, give to receive. Generosity can bring unexpected returns. Now that you're aware of these principles, it's time to put them into action. Now that you know the 8 laws of money, it's time to apply them and get rich in 2024.